entrepreneurs and the startups.
You know, as you know well, Senator, there's been this tension during the presidential campaign, and it's come from comments from members of your party who are not running for president in many cases about capitalism versus socialism. And I've been interested to hear you say time and again, and one, you said, I'm a capitalist to the bone. You were asked just on Sunday by John Heilman on The Circus if you were a capitalist. You said, yeah, I'm a capitalist.
Yeah.
We know how you feel about new government programs, things you're going to add there. How do you explain where you are on the question of capitalism, socialism, and where do they marry each other?
So, look, I believe in markets. That's what this whole point of tech is all about. I see the benefits that markets can produce. I love the fact that there are a zillion people out there developing new apps or starting new businesses or trying a second line. I think that's fabulous. I think it's great that little businesses are trying to get to be medium-sized businesses, and medium-sized businesses are trying to get to be large businesses. But understand this, markets without rules are theft. And there's got to be rules, and there's got to be a cop on the beat. You and I go a long way back. You remember back before the crash that what had happened basically was the financial giants had figured out they could make buckets of money by cheating their customers, mortgages, credit cards, and sure enough, that's what they were doing. The cops on the beat, the regulators, just looked the other way, paid no attention. And the consequence was big banks made a lot of money. They broke the backs of millions of families and ultimately crashed our economy. That's why we needed rules. So I came in with the idea of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. We got that bureau in place, and now you begin to see a much more level playing field. When there's a cop on the beat, those markets start to work again. And banks, in that case, are forced to develop their profit models not on cheating people, but on actually offering a better product. Now, Wells Fargo proves they're still willing to get out there and try to cheat people. But at least we had some cops who caught them and have hauled them in and are trying to make changes in the company. That's what it takes. Markets have a lot to produce, but only if they have rules and if they have a cop that's enforcing those rules.
So, Senator, despite its flaws, some of which you've laid out, do you believe capitalism over the course of history has been a force for good?
So, yes, I do. I think it also, when it doesn't work, it's been a force for bad. But that's been true of every form of government that we can identify. That we've gotten it right sometimes and gotten it wrong sometimes. When you let markets work with rules and with people on the beat to enforce those rules, we can produce a lot of wealth in this country. That's what we've done for a very long time. We have to recognize there are areas where markets don't work. Healthcare, for example. Somebody having a heart attack is not somebody who's going to shop around to 6 different emergency rooms and say, which one is going to give me the best price? Education, public education, that's not a place where a market works. But there are places where markets do work. Coffee makers, pet pillows, I'm in. We need robust markets for those. That's how we produce. By the way, that's how we ended up producing the Amazons and Googles and Facebooks of the world, is the fact that markets could grow these incredible, incredible businesses.